favorite music radio.
Bago magwa sa balay, ako kag akon mga bata, plus sa paghalong kag proteksyon, payong, check. Sunscreen, check. Te, pag-abot sa vitamin C, syempre ang may plus man. Vitamin C plus zinc nga ara sa Gen C+. Pwede ba kabulig pakusugon ang resistensya with proper diet and exercise? Parehas ang vitamin C. Ang zinc ang isa ka antioxidant nga may ginabuhat sa immune functions ang aton nga lawas. Pinakusog nga kabasko with Gen C+. Mabakal for only 7 pesos and 50 centavos per capsule SRP sa mga leading drugstores nationwide. Ascorbic acid plus zinc is the generic name of Gen C+. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor. Me and my girls, mahilig mag-food trip. Mapabuffet, samgyup o kunisawan. And don't forget the drinks. Manamit! Pero dali lang ha, wala man gihapon na dula ang insakto nga lifestyle kag exercise sa amon barkada. Balanced living. Kaupon na diri ang Liver Aid. May silimarin extract to supplement our daily regimen. Keep the good times rolling with Liver Aid. Right, girls? Mabakalang Liver Aid sa mga leading drugstores nationwide. Importante nga pahibalo, ang Liver Aid hindi bulong kag hindi dapat gamiton nga pamulong sa anuman nga size ng sakit.
Bringing you the freshest.
I want you to hear me say sunrise, baby, come be my starlight.
Only the two of us can love. As the latest tracks of your favorites. Giving you good vibes all way round. Let's go! Anywhere you are, whatever you do, we are here for you. FMR 91.1. 91.1.
This is your favorite music radio, FMR.
FMR. favorite music radio.
That was the Yes Yes Show, a live performance by Parokya ni Edgar featuring the late Francis Magalona. 45 past the hour, 9 o'clock in the morning. This is the first hour stretch of Barako Break with Tito Mike. Now, tutugin na kayo nag-brown out. Na kayo may ginakayo sa sagwa. Sigadalan. So, feeling ko may natandugan siguro. Anyway, we're back on the show. As I was saying earlier, El Nino phenomenon. Besides the fact na init, normally wildfires, actually amo na nagka-experience natin subong. Actually, ang mga wildfires na yung mga grass fire na yung mga kaka-experience natin right now are only because of the dry season in the Philippines. Unfortunately, there is a big chance that this will intensify, no, once we get the worst of the worst of the El Nino phenomenon, super El Nino phenomenon. No? So, nigad-nigad kita dapat. Another thing that we have to worry about is this article that I saw yesterday from a page called Science Department. The Department of Environment and Natural Resources has warned that the Philippines is facing a critical water bankruptcy situation where national water consumption is beginning to exceed the country's national or natural capacity to replenish freshwater supplies. Officials say growing demand for households, agriculture, industry, and expanding urban populations is placing increasing pressure on rivers, groundwater systems, reservoirs, and watersheds across the country. Environmental experts explain that water bankruptcy does not mean the country has completely run out of water, but rather that current usage patterns are becoming unsustainable over the long term. Factors such as deforestation, watershed degradation, pollution, climate variability, and inefficient water infrastructure further intensify the problem. In hydrology, maintaining balance between extraction and natural recharge is considered essential for long-term water security. To address shortages, the government is accelerating science-based solutions including desalination systems, groundwater development, water refilling infrastructure, and improved distribution systems not solve especially in the underserved communities. However, specialists emphasize that infrastructure alone will not solve the crisis. Long-term sustainability will also require stronger conservation policies, watershed protection, and efficient irrigation systems, reduced water waste, and coordinated public participation. Experts warn that without sustained action, increasing water stress could eventually affect agriculture, food security, public health, energy production, and economic stability. The situation highlights how freshwater management is becoming one of the most important environmental and development challenges of the century. And that's true. I think we can all attest to that, no? Because right now the city is having problems with sourcing their bulk water. Diba? Ang prime water is still well in negotiations. I think what we don't have, the city itself does not have sufficient water source. Diba? So the target is to get it from from Silay. I think according to local news, no, ang target is Silay. Galing kita yung mga taga Silay. I think medyo medyo hesitant man sila because that's going to if you think about it, no, if you have a, syempre unahon mong imo, di ba? Unahon mong imo, kaya you also need it. So I would understand. Now, which is also kind of sad kaya wala kita ang lang source ng Bacolod daw. No, mga bukal di sa mga spring di sa Alangila, no. Granada ang area dira. And then maglapaw ka to sa campus tuwa niya, talisay naman na ilan na iya, di ba? So yeah, that's one of the biggest problems that our city is facing right now, and that's even gonna get worse because of the heat that we're bound to experience eventually. I don't know, maybe, well, it's up to the smart people to really think about it. It's just that siguro as kita as citizens, no, should also start conserving water within our should start from our household siguro, diba? Conserve kita water, no. Ano ganing mga konsang una sang mo pagid ni Chakto, mo pagid sang 1998 1999 El Nino, no. Kahit tinapagwa ang gobyerno kwan a series of advisories mo, no, a list of do's and don'ts, no, for in order to promote somehow resiliency during the height of the El Nino phenomenon that time. Imbes ko na mag-shower, imbes kabo gid, toothbrush ta mo na mausar gid baso. Di ba kita normally subong ya pa toothbrush ta, paandar gripo, tapos diretso pangalimog sa gripo, di ba? Tapos shower niya subong daan niya uso. Okay, so gina-promote sa gobyerno that time was to use balde kag kabo. So I think this time it's no different. No, I think that's the best way. If you think sakto na compare ko na, no, kung maligo ka gali, nga siling nga mausar ka labad balde kag kabo. Ang mausar mo nga tubig is really just paano I think an average of duha ka balde nga tubig. Ito ka standard na I don't know kung pila na kakuan pila ka liters, 25 liters daw. Anyway, so tiyan mo na bala pero waras ko mag-shower kaya imaginable ang gakuan ang busawak nga tubig. Diba? So I think it's still smart, no? Still smart to use balde kag kabo. Right? I saw a post a couple of days ago nga ang kuan nila nga another issue ko na right now is that pinagusto lang ko ng mga tao tasok kuan because of the tigilinit, no? Pinagusto lang ko no tasok ang tao kuan deep well, bomba, jetmatic. Wala man na gina-regulate. Ako guilty ko ay nagpatasok ko 2 months ago but well, it's not regulated. So, I mean, it's not like it's illegal. I think the issue right here is, the widespread, siguro, practice of, putting up artisanal well or deep well. Pero wala. There's no regulation against it. So, tialangan man, right? And we also have to, I can't blame people for securing a backup source of water. Diba? I mean, yes, I understand, ma'am. Hindi mo na safe. I think wala ka balong. Hindi mo man na pag-imnon. But and besides, apos naman lang mag-treat water subong Diba? Chlorine and all these other chemicals. Yes, chemicals. Pero alangan man hindi ka walang halong chemical gid dapat tao, natural lang gid dapat tao. Not not in terms of water. You have to make sure that what you're drinking is safe from microbes and other impurities. Diba? Because groundwater is not always clean. Diba? It's like spring water. Maski sa suba na may galuto-luto. May kakabalo, may kapaubog, may karbaw sa babaw. Abot yun na. Diba? Tapos may nag-squat yung galis babaw. Tipiyo na. Sorry. Sorry lang sa mga kakaon. Pero that's a fact of life. Diba? So, bottom line is, siguro sa mga naton, because according to the article that we've just read, no? We are on the verge of facing a water bankruptcy. Right? And how does that affect us? Syempre, water supply is going to be quite low, regulated na naman, 'di ba? Pero sa kuryente, no, may brown out diyan, ay torno sang amo nga barangay ang brown out, tapos daso naman nga barangay after 2 hours, tapos after 2 hours daso naman nga barangay. Bilado ka rationing. And I think rationing has been happening ever since God knows when, no? Kakatabo nagmaning rationing diri sa syudad specifically. Right, and it's inconvenient, but it's also a fact of life. Anong tabi kay wala ta short ang supplies ng tubig. If mag-inulan siguro take advantage yung sa luron nyo, sa laon nyo di ba, or store nyo. Right? Damo there's a lot of ways to purify water, rainwater. No, there's use of chlorine, there's heating, there's filtering. No, I even saw this guy who is because I follow a lot of people yung tawag lang homesteading. Homesteading is like a sustainable kind of living, off-grid kind of living. Wala ka kuryente sa sa grid, naka-solar kabi, tapos may deep well kada, tapos may mga kasapatan ka nga imo. Diba? Lain man yung mga friends yung mga sapat. Kasapatan bala yung makakuan mo karne or itlog, diba? And syempre may mga pananom kada. That's homesteading. One of the things that I learned is how to filter rainwater. No, kaya kada panawag ni old nga tangke. Abutangan mo da bato, uling, balas, kag kung ano pag itong pinamutang nyo. Basta i-google nyo lang or i-YouTube nyo kami mga amo na ako. It really does work. No, ang lubog-lubog nga nga tubig mo na pag kay may gripo sa bala sa bottom ya mo na. Pag yung gripo ya mo na klaro gid dayon ng tubig. But syempre, it clears the water, it cleans the water visually. No, syempre that's still possibly polluted with microbes and all those things. So syempre pag yan init garo para sure, diba? So mga muna nga bagay, right? Matomato na lang kita, no, in order for us to secure our own supply of water, no, and we cannot totally be independent, that's for sure, blah. But the bottom line is we are doing our part. Okay, on the verge of this water bankruptcy that's being projected, kung kwento ya Japon, preparado kita. The world has changed. The world right now is everything is just so difficult. If we're not gonna do something ourselves, then masapwan kita ya sa tangkungan, kumbaga. 57 past the hour, 9 o'clock in the morning. That quick news is brought to you by Luverade and Plemex. Let's wrap up the hour with a song from Madcon. Here is Beggin'. This is Barako Break here on FMR 91.1.
This is the newest FM radio station, FMR, your favorite music radio.
Pinapasigla mo ang umaga, o aking radyo. Kasama ka sa tuwina, o aking radyo. Kahit nasan man ako, laging tiwala sa iyo. My favorite music radio.
Laging nakikinig sa FMR, Favorite Music Radio. Saan man, kailanman, kasama mo ang bago mong paborito. Ito ang FMR, Favorite Music Radio. The time now on FMR. It's 10:01.
This time check is brought to you by Plemex Forte Syrup and Capsule. Halugang pagginawa. Tunaw ang plema. Basta nagundi, Plemex.
Time out, danay mga ka-vibes! Magabalik ang iyong paborito nga programa pagkatapos sang pila ka pahanumdum.
Me and my girls, mahilig mag-food trip. Mapabuffet, samgyup o kunisawan. And don't forget the drinks. Manamit! Pero dali lang ha, wala man gihapon na dula ang insakto nga lifestyle kag exercise sa amon barkada. Balanced living. Kaupo na diri ang Liver Aid. May silimarin extract to supplement our daily regimen. Keep the good times rolling with Liver Aid. Right, girls? Mabakalang Liver Aid sa mga leading drugstores nationwide. Importante nga pahibalo, ang Liver Aid hindi bulong kag hindi dapat gamiton nga pamulong sa anuman nga size ng sakit.
Pirit na tani, kaso daw may nag-aaskad. Amuin na ang ubo nga may plema ka mabudna ipagwa. Mag-Plemex Forte Syrup. Himo sa natural nga lagundi. Ginatunaw ang plema. Ginapunggan ang ubo. Mabatsyagan ang hagod sang ginhawa. Sing your heart out. Basta lagundi, Plemex. Mabakal ang Plemex Forte Syrup 60 ml kag 120 ml sa mga nagapanguna ka butikan nationwide. Vitex Nagundo L is a generic name of Plemex Forte. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Radio ad ni parte sa Radio Ads. Sa radyo, para makabaligya, pwede magkanta, la 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 la, magpakadlaw. Ang hindi, pwede mangtonto. Example, ang produkto ko, pinakabaskog ni Promise. Kung wala proof, superiority claim na. Suno sang Ad Standards Council, importante mabalaan sang consumers ang matuod. Matuod na? Ipaagi sa Ad Standards Council. Learn more at asc.com.ph.
This is your favorite music radio, FMR.
Break time na! Maraming ganap kasama ang Tito na masarap. Masarap kakwentuhan at kabanding. Walang nakakalusot na usong kanta at trending balita kapag nasa radyo ang inyong Barako. Have a Barako break with Tito Mike sa Good Vibes sa umaga.
That was Marry Me by Jason Derulo. Check the time. It is now 11 past 10 o'clock in the morning. That song goes out to all those who are planning to get married this June. No? June is the... I don't know. Why is June the... The marrying month? Well, my wife and I got married in June. I'm also... I've been booked for June weddings. No, so that's always been my question, bala. I never got the chance really to research on why. Maybe it's because nga lang tunga sa tuloy muna. Oh well, napalibugan taman yung mga bagay nga mo naman. Ari ang palibugan to, if you guys have been watching the news, right? You probably have heard of an Ebola outbreak, in the Democratic Republic of Congo, and in Uganda. It's suspected to have caused more than 130 deaths and nearly 600 infections, according to the World Health Organization. The WHO has declared the outbreak a public health emergency of international concern and expressed worry about its scale and spread, but Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, the Director General of the WHO, said on Wednesday that the outbreak was unlikely to become a global threat. The type of Ebola virus behind the outbreak, known as Bundibugyo, is rare. Fewer field tests for it are available, and it has no targeted vaccine or treatment, making it harder to contain. Where did the outbreak start? That's the question. It's not yet known exactly when this outbreak started, but it was first identified in May in the Democratic Republic of Congo's northeastern Ituri province. Laboratory testing has definitively linked 32 cases to the virus. Congo's health minister, Dr. Samuel Roger Kamba, said on Tuesday 2 cases, including 1 death, have been confirmed in Uganda and among people who have traveled to Congo. There are large numbers of people in Ituri who have been displaced by conflict, and many migrant laborers who are drawn to gold mines in the province. The WHO said that population movement in the region increased the risk of the virus spreading. Early surveillance and tests failed to identify the rare species of Ebola responsible for the outbreak, delaying the response from the health authorities. Dr. Kamba said on Tuesday that people had delayed reporting symptoms and failed to take protective precautions when burying the dead, which helped the virus to spread. At least 5 countries in the region have started screening travelers or tightening border control, right? And I think Hong Kong has also implemented a more intensified screening for travelers from certain regions in Africa, right? And I think this is something that's also gonna hurt FIFA. Diba? FIFA World Cup is up. FIFA World Cup 2026. So as far as I know, it's gonna be somewhere in Africa. Is it South Africa? Wait. Location. Host country. Check the host country. Wait, is it? Okay. Host country is Canada, Mexico, United. Okay. So meaning the North American countries, ang host sang FIFA World Cup, Canada, Mexico, and the United States. Right, but yeah, this is really gonna affect. I think I've read from somewhere now how this is gonna affect the FIFA World Cup. It's because a lot of countries in Africa are gonna be joining. Tsakta. So syempre, medyo ang tao matahap bala. So that's understandable. If you've gone through a pandemic that lasted for 3-4 years, then syempre makulbaan kagidman because it was one of the hardest times in our lives. Dibla, wad anta ubra, we don't get to see our loved ones all the time at that. We get isolated sa mga balay naton because bawal lumabas kung si Kim Chiu pa, diba? And among other things, right? So syempre it was a very depressing era in our lives, and it's something that we don't want to happen again. So we can't help it when people become concerned, diba? And when the pandemic started, no, syempre wala pa wala pa sila kapag advisories and ano do ka mga do's and don'ts sort of bala. I remember that time ang nag-viral, no, kay they compared it with Ebola. Ang nag-viral nga nga mga advisories nga gin sort of recycle sa mga tao was that of the Ebola. Kay somehow ang panawag ni ang characteristics ng Ebola, no, ang incubation period, ang symptoms and all these other things, somehow compare nila sa Ebola. So during the COVID-19 pandemic, ang ginusar nila nga campaign in the beginning, no, to inform people was that of the Ebola outbreak. Tapos subong Ebola naman ang tapos na ang COVID-19 pandemic, Ebola naman ang gapangilay. So syempre maano ka gidya, makulbaan ka gidya, di ba? So if you guys are traveling outside of the country, somewhere near the countries, especially no nga na-mention naton, Democratic Republic of Congo and Uganda, then you have to be extra careful. Di ba? I don't know, how does it, is it airborne? I'm not sure. Anyway, tiyan mo na. No, it's not yet a and I hope it doesn't an international concern. No, I hope that ang sad lang that because these are poor countries. So there's a good chance, syempre, this is we're not, this is gonna get worse. But I hope that ma-contain siya Japan, no, sang WHO and the countries involved, because we don't want any, things like this to happen once again sa kalibutan, di ba? We already have enough problems in the world. We don't want more. 18 past the hour, 10 o'clock in the morning. That news is brought to you by Optin. Let's get back to more of the music. Here's Train with Hey Soul Sisters right here on FMR 91.1.
Favorite Music Radio.
Time out, Danay, mga ka-vibes! Magabalik ang iyong paborito nga programa pagkatapos sang pila ka pahanumdom.
Bago magwa sa balay, ako kag akon mga bata, plus sa paghalong kag proteksyon, payong, check. Sunscreen, check. Te, pag-abot sa vitamin C, syempre ang may plus man. Vitamin C plus zinc nga ara sa Gen C+. Pwede ba kabulig pakusugon ang resistensya with proper diet and exercise? Parehas ang vitamin C. Ang zinc ang isa ka antioxidant nga may ginabuhat sa immune functions ang aton nga lawas. Pinakusog nga kabasko with Gen C+. Mabakal for only 7 pesos and 50 centavos per capsule SRP sa mga leading drugstores nationwide. Ascorbic acid plus zinc is the generic name of Gen C+. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Tuhod, siko, hawak,
Aray!
konpirmi pasan ang sakit sa luta-lutahan. Sign na ina sang arthritis o joint deterioration. Sa masami kung nagaedad na kinahanglan sang kabakod kag sulhay nga masandigan. Kaya ina sang artresin. May undinatured type 2 collagen kag methyl sulfonyl methane nga mahimo protektahan ang ikaayong lawas sang luta-lutahan. Make the right move. Mag-inom sang artresin adlaw-adlaw. Mabakal ang artresin sa mga leading drugstores nationwide. Mahalagang paalala, ang artresin ay hindi gamot at hindi maaring gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
This is your favorite music radio, FMR.
favorite music radio.
And trees with Animal, 43 past 10 o'clock in the morning. This is Barako break with Tito Mike on my last talk app. Today is May 22, 2026. And then after this, syempre, we're gonna hit the weekend. Uy, bad news, no, sa mga motorista for next week. There's gonna be another oil price hike. No, after the 4 day, pero more or less 4 days pa lang niya, buwas ang final. Buwas sa aga, ang final figures, if I'm not mistaken. Kaya Friday is the last trading day. So 4 days pa lang nga trading days. Oil price hike 1 to 130 per liter for diesel and 120 to 150 per liter sa gasolina next week. So if kaya man lang magpatughong as early as now, do it because next week, isa na naman, nagbabantang pagtaas presyo sa petrolyo. Oh, di ba? Let's get to some international news. I know you guys had, we talked about the blunder on local radio station yesterday, right? But it doesn't only happen locally. It happens pretty much everywhere. And this one is a bigger fiasco. Well, actually, not really a bigger fiasco. Siguro sa Ilaya at equally, if you ask me, it's equally as scandalous as what happened here locally. A UK radio station has apologized to Britain's King Charles III and its listeners after accidentally and incorrectly announcing the death of the monarch. Due to a computer error at our main studio, the death of a monarch procedure, which all UK stations hold in readiness while hoping not to require, was accidentally activated on Tuesday afternoon, May 19, mistakenly announcing that His Majesty the King had passed away. The station manager of Radio Caroline, Peter Moore, said in a statement shared on social media Wednesday. Radio Caroline then fell silent as would be required, which alerted us to restore programming and issue an on-air apology. He continued, Caroline has been pleased to broadcast Her Majesty the Queen's and now the King's Christmas message, and we hope to do so for many years to come, Moore added. We apologize to His Majesty the King and to our listeners for any distress caused, the statement concluded. Established in 1964, Radio Caroline broadcasts in multiple countries, including Belgium and the Netherlands, and is available online worldwide. On the day of the erroneous announcement, King Charles and Queen Camilla were in Belfast, Northern Ireland. The 77-year-old and his wife joined a cultural celebration at Thompson Dock, the dry ground where the Titanic stood before its maiden voyage, Buckingham Palace said in a statement on Tuesday. There, they met performers and organizers preparing for the globally recognized traditional Irish music festival, Flead Choil Nehiren, taking place in August. Kabudlay mo ni pronounce man. The royals also visited the Titanic distillers and learned about whiskey making before the king visited a local charity providing and promoting wider access to skills and digital careers, according to the palace. The king and queen later met with the First Minister and Deputy First Minister of Northern Ireland at Hillsborough Castle royal residence near Belfast. King Charles, who revealed February 2024 that he had been diagnosed with cancer, shared a video message in December that his cancer treatment would be reduced this year as he had been responding well to the treatment. In the past month, he has visited New York and Washington, D.C., where he addressed Congress to mark the 250th anniversary of U.S. independence. The king also addressed the UK Parliament last week. Okay. This was an honest mistake. This was an honest mistake, a glitch on the computer. That one is okay, right? And understandable, right? I mean, as grave as it sounds, especially sa mga British, no, but it was an honest mistake, and they owned up to it. Kami if you guys didn't know, may nakaredy na sila nga daw canned announcement. No, kumbaga may protocol na ang mga radio stations in the UK, whenever a monarch dies, may may mga announcement na sila nga canned or pre-recorded, no, as and then they have their panawag ni rituals of mourning, kumbaga, or whatever you call it, right? And it so happened lang at na trigger, no, because of a computer error, and it's unfortunate. But it's just what it is. It's an error. It's a glitch. Diba? Whereas locally, what happened yet, ito yung storya. Pero tapos sa tada sa komentary tada, no? But yeah, I mean, if it's an honest mistake, you can't really, blame it on them, right? But if something is intentional, that's a different story. But yeah, well, the king is healthy. Well, not totally, but he's still alive. No, he's getting treatment for his cancer, and he's still, business as usual man Japon. He's doing monarch things, just kingly things, right? And he's not dead, that's for sure. 49 past the hour, 10 o'clock in the morning. It is time for me to go. Thank you everybody for joining me in the last couple of hours. Enjoy your weekend. Stay hydrated. No, if mag-ulan, stay dry. Stay in shaded area if gatagi ting init, because client budlay na ma-heat stroke ta. Blah. Let's wrap up the show. I will see you guys on Monday. Here is Join the Club with Lunes. This is Barako Break with Tito Mike right here on FMR 91.1. Bye everybody.
Birit na tani kaso daw may nagaaskad. Amo ina ang ubo nga may plema ka mabudna ipagwa. Mag Plemex Forte Syrup. Himo sa natural nga lagundi. Ginatunaw